I'm Noel with Noel's Frags, and today I'm going to talk about 3 fragrances that are on the chopping block. So part of this hobby is finding stuff you like, and sometimes that entails buying a decant, which is a few milliliters of a fragrance put into a small container that's not actually from the manufacturer. Usually it's just something someone has put out there, and you can buy it and you can smell it and you can test it and wear it a few times. It's like a sample, but usually a couple more milliliters. So sometimes you go about finding fragrances that way, and sometimes you do the dumb thing and just blind buy, baby. For those of you that are new to the community, a blind buy is where you have no idea what the fragrance smells like. You haven't tried it at a store, you haven't tried a sample, you haven't smelled, a decant. You just buy the fragrance, sight unseen. Well, a few of these fragrances I got that way, and some I just bought for specific videos. So part of my fragrance collection journey is collecting, not necessarily hoarding and having a bunch of fragrances, but it's having fragrances I like, fragrances I wear, or fragrances that I truly appreciate. These 3 don't really fit into those categories. Either I don't wear them, I don't like them, or I'm totally indifferent and I just want something different instead. These 3 fragrances are on the chopping block. They're getting voted off the island. So the first one getting kicked out of the collection is Killian Bad Boys. So this is from their Love Whatever line, basically the line you can find at Sephora. And it was rumored to have a cola accord. So I got this for my Coke video, where I go through and find a fragrance that most smells like Coca-Cola. And if you've watched that video, you know I'm not impressed with this fragrance. It smells like Coke for all of 5 to 15 seconds. And then it takes on this, some might call it an effervescent quality. It kind of smells like metallic marine. So this metallic marine note, and I cannot stand it. It lasts for eternity. It's a very strong fragrance. Thinking I had gotten deceived and was sold a fake fragrance, I actually went to Sephora and tried it there, and it smelled the exact same and also lasted forever. So it's just, I seem to be the only one that picks this up. I've talked to other people in the community and other reviewers and stuff, and they said they just smelled like lime cola, and I just get this metallic marine accord right after the open, and it lasts well into the dry down, which is 8 hours plus. So yeah, this is a no for me, dog. It came with a cool presentation. It has excellent performance. So if you spray this on at Sephora and you like it, it will last a long time. But I hated it. I didn't like it. It doesn't smell anything like cola to me, and it's getting the hell out of my collection. So, okay, bye. Next, we have Tuscan Leather Intense. I love Tuscan Leather. It is this raspberry, saffron, leathery scent that when I actually first smelled it, it was an older batch, and it smelled like cocaine and cigarettes. It smelled like some Studio 54 kind of vibes, just like a party, you know what I mean? Like someone's in a back room somewhere chain smoking cigarettes doing lines of blow off a mirror. And I was like, this is cool. This is a vibe. I can get down with this. So I bought a bottle, and I loved it. I actually have 200 milliliters of it. I have 2 50 milliliter bottles and 100 milliliter bottle. It's an awesome fragrance. It's fairly versatile for me. Some people might not think so. For them, but I feel confident when I wear it in different occasions. It basically just isn't for the extreme heat. It's a little tough there, but fall, cool summer nights, winter, it holds up through all of that. So when I heard they had the intense version, I was like, yeah, let's check that out. It is a cool presentation. It's just like all of Tom Ford's other 50 milliliter bottles, the little chest piece, but it has a little gold plaque on it instead of a sticker. The gold on the top and batch and milliliters on the bottom. So it's a good fragrance in a sense that it's unique. And it lasts a decent amount of time. I want to say it's not quite as insane of a projector, but it hangs around for a while, over 6 hours. But it is not like the original. It's much more animalic, and it has a lot more going on that I don't appreciate. There's almost like an iron note to it. So I get this, so you have this animalic accord that's not in the original, and then you have this like iron note. So it kind of smells like blood. It's almost like a blood accord. I don't know if that was intended or if other people pick up on it, but that's why it's making its way out of my collection, because this is just a note that I don't enjoy. So if you like the original, definitely try this before you buy it. I think they just discontinued it. My buddy actually is a fan of this. So Fraggy Cold Medina, I hit him up and I told him this was on the way out, and he was like, I'll take it. And I was like, I got you, fam, because I don't want that bloody mess up in my collection anymore. So in the words of 2000's MTV, next. And last but not least, another Tom Ford. Tom Ford's fucking fabulous. So the main reason why this fragrance has made it to the chopping block is I just don't really wear it. It's a solid fragrance. It's interesting. I wouldn't say hyper unique, but it's interesting. It's almond and it's very sweet. And to me, it smells like a green Jolly Rancher wrapper. It has this plasticky aspect to it. Some people will say it smells like makeup-y or iris-y. I don't really get the iris so much. It's just plasticky. It smells like sweet candy plastic, and I don't wear it. So what's the point in keeping it? Tom Fords are expensive, man. Like even these little 50 mils, you're looking anywhere from like 125 to almost $200, and that's buying it from like third-party sellers, like gray market. So if I can relieve myself of a few of these, I can make money for other fragrances, and that way it's constantly rotating. But yeah, it's a decent fragrance, decent performance, kind of okay scent, but I never wear it, so what's the point? What are we doing here? If I'm not gonna wear you, why are you in my collection? Get out! Go on, get! So, say goodbye to fucking fabulous. More like, I don't fucking wear you, am I right? Okay, I'll see myself out, sorry. Moral of this story is, you're gonna blind buy sometimes. It's gonna happen. You're gonna get stuck with something you don't wear. I mean, maybe some of you out there have the discipline to never blind buy anything and always get a sample, go to a store, try a decant first. Like, if you do, props to you. I'm not that person. I'm always gonna blind buy. I'm always gonna roll the dice, take a chance, because it's part of the fun for me. It's part of a lot of times you are disappointed. It's not what you thought, or the composition isn't what you were expecting, and it's just kind of like, oh well. But every now and again, you get something and you're just like, this is beyond my wildest dreams. And those moments are just appreciated so much more because of all the shitty moments you had leading up to it. So I'm gonna keep blind buying. I just blind bought all of Gent Scent's Ashkirkland's new line, Galleria Parfums. So fingers crossed that I have a mind-blowing experience with that. But yeah, dude, roll the dice. It wasn't cheap, but he was doing a special, and it was like less than $100 per bottle if you bought them all. So I was like, let's do it. Let's go. So, but yeah, that whole experience of, getting a total win on a blind buy is worth it. But Every now and then you gotta make room and rotate stuff out. You know, make room for new blood. If you enjoyed this video, throw me a like or subscribe to see more content. And as always, thank you for watching.